you're taking on a Kids Matters approach to mental health promotion, you will embed an explicit social and emotional learning curriculum into your timetable at every level. And that will be a specific time when you overtly focus on developing those core skills which are fundamental to mental health.
If SEL is just left as an ad hoc things, then kids won't take it seriously. They won't see it as a serious part of the curriculum. It really does need to be timetabled in. If it's timetabled in and it's reported on, like most other things in the curriculum, then teachers will actually plan it and they'll have a real purpose with it.
Our first planning session was attached to the last of our Component 2 training. So we had our training, we were all motivated, we were all up on what we were doing and what the lingo was, and we sat at our tables in our hubs and went, okay, let's plan for the rest of the term right now.
And that could be a really good way too if you wanted to use your same plan that you had from this year, but then just enrich it with those new resources so that you don't have to redo all of the plans.
My big hot tip is doing it at the beginning of the week, your first lesson on a Monday, if possible, and then you have the whole week to follow that up with little incidental things that can happen to reinforce the learning of that lesson.
We embedded social emotional learning into our school by being consciously aware of it at every level, talking it up. We particularly used the Kids Matter pamphlets for parents. We did a wonderful big display in our staff room that we consequently renamed Common Room, so that it was common to everyone and all parents would be welcome. We actually put the articles into the newsletters and have had fantastic feedback from parents about the usefulness. We ran workshops for parents as well, because you cannot feel like you're teaching and reaching to the heart of children without their parents feeling confident and having a partnership with you in that regard.
School can build it into the way it actually manages or educates kids about behaviour and that sort of thing. So a really obvious example of that would be, say you've got this SEL program going in your school, but then you have a really autocratic or punishment-focused way of actually managing behaviour. Well, it's sort of like an oxymoron. That really, if you're going to have a good SEL program, then the way you manage behaviour, you really need to think about it in terms of as a problem-solving type approach. So having discussions with kids, them learning through the process that they're actually just making mistakes that they can overcome.
One of the benefits of teaching social and emotional learning is the buzz you get as a teacher or as a principal to walk around the school and see evidence of what you've taught explicitly in the classroom coming out in reality in interchanges between the children. Teaching them how to actually engage with one another and recognise one another's strengths and weaknesses.
Well, I would say it's hard for me to go up to a teacher and tell them my opinion about something because I kind of feel scared. Whereas if you're doing a lesson especially for that, I kind of, you put me in a position where I feel like that's the right thing to do. And if you're not gonna, let us share our opinions, that's kind of, not going to really help us grow up. How are we going to form our own opinions when we're older? That's why I think that lessons that, help student well-being and the stuff like that, I really think it's important because it helps shape us as, children as we grow up and become adults.